Hey guys, what's up? It's Combat Saturday, and today's topic we're going to discuss how exactly does Wing Chun work? Okay, how do you use it? Okay, I was having a very good discussion with my friend the other day, Joshua, and he was mentioning to me that Wing Chun can be very hard to apply. He likes the techniques, everyone does, but how do you actually use it? Okay, so here's the part that confuses a lot of people. Okay, even people who are supposedly experts in it, they still don't get this basic fact. And that fact is that Wing Chun is not a technique-based art. It's a principle-based art, okay? So what are some of the principles? Well, one thing is that we believe in, of course, the center line. You want to go for your opponent's center line, all right? And protect your own center line, okay? And that's one thing. You also want to take the most efficient path. Okay, that may not always be a straight path. Depends on where you are. If he's got a guard right in the middle, you might need to go around it. All right, so it depends. That would be the most efficient path. Okay, the nearest weapon to the target. Suppose I just missed an elbow strike here, right? Rather than coming back and trying again, I would just do a reverse elbow there, right? Because I'm already here. Bang! Right? I just step in with it. Right? Another example. Okay, let's say someone let's say I try to hit somebody with a 1-2 and he gets out of the way. 1-2, there's a hammer fist on the back of his neck. Okay, that's the direct target. Bang, 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 right? Or this one, right? Whatever, okay? So when you see it in actual practice and when you're using it in actual practice, okay, you're not trying to say, I'm going to use Wing Chun. You're just thinking to yourself, you're going to use these principles which kind of make sense. They're kind of universal. I mentioned before that we have the inch power, inch punch, one inch punch, and usually you have to bring it back from a long bridge to a short bridge in order to push it out again, right? To get out again. Well, the thing is that if you don't necessarily have to do that. Maybe right from a short bridge, I can just come out here. Maybe a long bridge, I can come out here, right? Again, nearest weapon to the target. Okay. All right. So that's the thing. Understand these principles. Okay? Efficiency, and really try and punch through the target into the mother line. Now we have the center line in the front of our body, and we have a mother line from the top of your head out through your butt. Okay. That mother line, the one through the center of your body, that's the one you want to be going for. So when you're hitting the bag, or when you're hitting a person, okay, you're not just hitting the surface, you're aiming for that mother line deep in their body. Bang, 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 right? And so when you're doing that, you get more penetration, of course, more power. And if they move and things, it's to some degree it can kind of negate that, because you're going to have to be kind of closer. Okay, the closer you are to someone, the harder it is to use body movement to avoid shots. And that's where contact reflexes come in, that kind of stuff, sensitivity training, and that's where we have a chi style and things like that, okay? So, people are very, they see the techniques in Wing Chun, and they try too hard to apply the techniques, okay? Now, by far the biggest blunder is trapping. The biggest misconception is trapping hands, okay? Remember something, okay? Wing Chun is Chinese boxing, okay? I'll tell you again, okay? Chinese boxing, okay? So that means the goal is not to trap. The goal is to hit your opponent, whether it's with your feet, or your fists, or your elbows, or your head, or whatever that may be. Maybe your head's near the thing, bang, bang, right? I don't know, right? So that's the thing, right? You want, don't think about applying techniques. Think about using these principles, and then it all makes sense, okay? When you look at boxing, right, of course, like I said before, right, the goal is to, of course, hit, not to trap, okay? And so one reason why we have our vertical fist like this, and the elbow down, and Jack Dempsey liked to punch this way too. Of course, the angle did vary sometimes, okay? But he did like the vertical fist. If you can get your hands on it, it's not a print, but I got a copy at home. It's very rare. But Championship Boxing by Jack Dempsey. You can get your hands on it. It's an excellent read. I think you might be able to get it online in an ebook format. But it's very good. He talks about the power line and the advantages of the vertical fist. Okay, there's a time and place for the twisting one too. Okay, but The vertical one, the advantage of that though is that it actually helps you. It goes into the traps and controlling more easily. What I mean is that if my hands are here, okay, we have a technique in Wing Chun called a tanda, right? Tanda. This is tanda. This is fakta, right? This is jata, right? Ganda, all these things, okay? So these are techniques which, if the moment calls for it, you use it. But you don't go looking for it, all right? Now let's say, okay, so let's take this one here, tanda. I'm not going to be out here and going, oh, and try and do that. I'm not going to do that. That's stupid, okay? I might try and punch, right? But let's say I feel something here, because every punch is going out and back in a kind of a circular motion, right? Well, let's say I catch something here, bang, all right? Well, it's coming back anyway. I'm going to turn to a tanda, right? Bum, 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 bum. See? You might not even see that. Well, watch what happens here. Well, 1, 2, bang, 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 bang. See? You see that? You go 1, 2, it came back, bah, bah, bah. And then there's, you know, so maybe then I try and punch. I try and punch here. I follow up. I go here, and then whatever. He tries to do a liver shot here. So bang, right? There's that gansa. Bang, bang, right? You see, there's that little deflection. So you see, it comes out when you're in the pocket, when you're in close, when you already have contact, okay? And that's the thing. So you're not looking for it. You're not trying to make Wing Chun work. You're trying to punch the guy, or kick the guy, or whatever, okay? You're trying to strike the guy. And then, if these things are needed, use them. If they're not needed, don't use them. If you can just get, you know, a few good hits on the guy, clean, and you can nail him square, well, do it. And then it's done. And then you go home. Remember, efficiency, right? Let us say save time, save movement, save energy. Okay? Why do you need a trap if you don't have to? All right? You know, if you get the guy with a really good 1-2, and then he's in the ground, well, I mean, why do you need to trap his hands? You don't have to, right? Right? Or like a hammer fist. People love to use the techniques like the elbows and the hammer fist and back fist and things. Well, if it makes sense, sure, okay? But if I'm out here, I'm not gonna come over here just so I can use a back fist, okay? If I'm already here, where he's gotten to my side here, then I can use a back fist, right? Bang, 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 right, I can do that then, right? If I'm jammed up and I'm too close to use my fist, then I can use my elbow, right? Right, then I can use it. And maybe I'm putting some space, bang, 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 right? And then I'll go into punches. Okay, or palms, or chops, or finger jab. Maybe I'll do a finger jab and a uppercut, right? Right? A finger jab. I see him back away, and there's a kick. Okay, right? So, you know, you're not trying to make Wing Chun work. Once again, you're just trying to hit the guy, and then whatever comes out naturally. Okay. Now you have to train these things. Because, you know, I mentioned earlier, okay, I can just do this gansao instinctively because I've done it thousands of times, okay? If you haven't, you won't have those instincts, and you won't be able to do it, okay? But I have, so that's the thing. So that's why we train these things, okay? But in real situation, you're not looking for it, okay? Don't try and force any technique in a real fight. Don't look for anything, okay? You want to try and just, you know, I mean, Bruce Lee said it himself. He said, what's the best way to win a fight? Reach out, punch him in the face, all right? But if he doesn't let you, that's where the other stuff comes in, okay? That's what he said, okay? And that's the thing. Now, if you can, there are times when you can, okay? There was an incident a long time ago where, you know, somebody comes at me like this, you know, like, most self-defense situations will usually start with some guy just coming, getting in your face, okay? Or they'll try and take a swing at you or something, okay? But a guy comes in like, you know. So that's what the guy did. He obviously meant to do me harm. He came right towards me like that, stick his face on it, punched him, right? Fuck him, okay? And that's the thing. You know, now the cops weren't called or anything like that. I got out in time. Okay, that's the thing. If you're ever in a situation, get the hell out of there. Okay, okay, don't wait. All right. So I got out, and I never had any trouble after that. So I guess I'm okay. I hope so. Okay. But the thing is that when you see that kind of situation, again, right? Efficiency. Okay, I see someone coming at me, he's wide open. I know he means harm. What's the most efficient thing I can do? Well, I can try and run, but he's just gonna chase me. All right, and that's not. I mean, it's not gonna do any good, right? Hit him. All right, right, right in the face. Okay. So once again, your goal is to hit. Always think hit. Even when you're doing your defensive movements, you're hitting. Because in Wing Chun we use simultaneous defense and attack too, right? If I do, I mentioned the tanda before too, right? Well, remember, if I do a bomb, 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 I'm still hitting at the same time. I'm still hitting at the same time, right? I'm still hitting, right? Boom, boom, boom. And maybe I can hook, right? And then this one, and then when this, if I'm gonna clear the way for this hand, right? I'm gonna hit him with an elbow here, bang, 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 right? So that kind of thing. You're always thinking hit. Every single thing you do is a hit. Even your parries are hits. Okay? So anyways, that's how Wing Chun works. Don't try to make it work. Alright? Practice the drills. Make them instinctive. Make them a part of you. Okay? But punch, kick, palm strike, whatever. But remember one thing though. Having that elbow down, like I explained, that is what allows many of these techniques to work. It is an elbow-driven art, okay? So people will watch the movies and they'll see this straight line, okay? And they'll think that that's all there is to it. And they hit one target and one angle, which is really easy to defend against, okay, after that. But the thing is, though, a more realistic way and more applicable way would be I could come here, I might do a 1, 2, 3, a little boom, 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 boom. I'm still using the elbow down, right? And at any moment, if I do this uppercut and I feel something, there's my jutsu, all right? There's my gansa, there's my tanda, boom, 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 right? Boom, 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 right? Whatever it might end up being, right? So maybe I use palm strike, maybe he comes in closer to me, he gets underneath, bang, bang, right? So again, right? Don't look for things. You use them as you need them. Okay? Don't try and force anything to work. Don't try to make Wing Chun work. Let it work. You see what I mean? You're not trying to make it work. You're letting it work. You're letting it happen. All right? Someone could see these things I did just now in this video and think, oh, that's not Wing Chun. Well, I assure you it is. Okay? Because it's following the principles. Okay, never mind what it looks like to anyone else. Okay, that's it. All right, don't try to make it work. Allow it to work, and work with it. Relax. Let what comes to you naturally happen, and it will work. All right, so that's it. Hope you liked the video. For those of you who didn't get the memo, I did put a post about it on September 17th. I'm going to be at Silverthorne Collegiate Institute in Etobicoke, SCI, my old high school. And I'm going to be doing a martial arts self-defense seminar. Anyone's welcome. Any ages are welcome. It's all good. We're going to keep things PG, so don't worry. Okay. Yeah. Hope to see you there, and I'll talk to you guys soon.